Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to take a look at this unit. This is the EZA, Kid BUU BABIDI absorbed. This unit got his EZA along with these Heroes units in November of 2021. I actually never got around to doing a showcase for him, actually. This is going to be the first time I'm doing a video on this, Kid BUU BABIDI absorbed. Right now there's a bit of a lull. Well, I say a bit of a lull. There's a massive lull on Dokkan. Definitely, I think it's the calm before the storm of the movie stuff, right? So, I'm kind of catching up on a lot of, like, units I didn't get around to doing their showcases for and stuff like that. So, today we're going to be looking at this unit right here. I don't know how, like, super good this character is. We have some solid equips on him. That's pretty good. I don't know how great this character is going to be or anything like that, but I definitely can see him having value in a number of events. I think he can be very helpful and very good, right? So it's like, if we take a look at his super attack effect, he greatly raises defense for one turn and has a high chance to stun. That's strong, right? So the greatly raised defense for one turn, of course, would be very helpful for any difficult content. And then a high chance to stun, mostly super battle road, but remember, the two hardest stages to beat in the game, the very first phase you can stun. So, like, that will be very effective there. Now, one thing I've never liked about this unit is his support, the way it's structured, right? So he gets 120% attack and even start a turn, another 100% attack, and then all allies get 50% defense if his HP is 81% or more. Then he gets an extra 100% defense, and then all allies get 3 key and 50% attack when HP is 80% or less. I don't understand why they couldn't... Dude, he should just be... They should have just... Well, I guess 3 key of 50% attack and defense would be really nuts, but he should just be 3 key, 50% attack and defense at the start of the turn. To all allies, like, that would be very, very interesting. And then finally does recover 8% HP at the end of the turn, which can be useful if you're running him with a bunch of Majin characters. The thing about him I think that potentially could be interesting is we look at him on this team right here, Majin Power, right? STR Kid BUU is one of the best units in the game. If we get, I don't know, like a Dokkan Fest Buhan, or like maybe like a buff BUU that transforms into Kid BUU or something, right? I think we potentially could have Majin Power be a very effective team, and this Kid BUU BABIDI absorbed could be very helpful, I think, on this team as well. So let's go ahead and see what we look like right here. Remember that this unit is on power absorption, so we could run him on the Cell team, actually, to good effect, right? Because remember, his support is all allies. I brought this Super BUU just to get a bunch of his links activated. So, let's see. Majin, Brutal Beatdown, Master of Magic, More Than Meets the Eye, those two, like, trash links. Then Metamorphosis, Nightmare, and Shattering the Limit. These two links, obviously not the greatest. This one is pretty, alright, like, Master of Magic. I guess to be completely fair, this is a Dragon Ball Heroes character, this Kid BUU BABIDI absorbed, and if we look at it, I mean, there's a lot of Heroes units in here with Master of Magic, so on that team, he will be able to get this activated. And then More Than Meets the Eye, he does have with Kid BUU. So it's like, you see these two very, like these are very uncommon links, but he's got, like, really good characters he could use them with, so that's good. Alright, let's see what damage and stuff like that we get from Kid BUU BABIDI absorbed here. So he's at 178k defense, huh? He gets the extra attack with our HP above 80%, and then he gets extra defense for himself when his HP is under 80%, right? So right here, he's going to get the 50% from his super attack effect. I think his defense is a little low, honestly. I feel like they could have given him more in the way of defense, looking at it. Well, let me see what his attack set is. I feel like sometimes it's a blunder when they make these support units, like balanced offensively and defensively and stuff like that. I feel like that's not the greatest way to handle these types of characters. I think you want, like, supports are really helpful to make your really big guns hit hard. 2.78. Yeah, I would love if they would just shave a million off of his attack stat and this guy was just a better support, I feel like he'd be, like, better. Now, he was at, you know, 178k defense plus the 50% from a super attack effect, right? But if we would lose health, and our health was 80% or less, at that point we get the extra 100% defense. And then what's also helpful is he's giving key and attack to all allies. I guess it is interesting, because it's like, it's really only an extra 50%, right? Because he's giving all allies 50% defense anyway, which includes himself. So then when the HP falls below 80%, he gets 100% defense, but it's just only basically an extra 50% defense because he's not giving the support anymore, right? So, I am just not a fan of the way they structured that support ability of his. I'm really not. I think it would have been just a lot better if they just gave it to him for free. I still think this guy can certainly help out in a lot of situations, though, right? Especially because he's, dude, this guy is on teams that have, like, virtually nothing, right? Majin Power Absorption doesn't have that many units. Crossover, Dragon Ball Hero, Artificial Lifeform. This unit is on so many teams that just could use anything they possibly could get. So, that is very good for him. Okay, so we have this rotation, all this. Remember that Super Buu is not supporting Kid BUU BABIDI Absorb, but he is, you know, linking up fairly well. So we have everything but Master of Magic and More Than Meets the Eye. 211k defense we're getting up to right here. I mean, is he going to be over 300k defense after he supers? I mean, I definitely would take that. You're obviously, he's a support. You're never running this guy in, like, slot 1 or something like that. Like, no way. So, okay. The high chance to stun, very good for Super Battle Road. I do think it's important that characters, you know, have abilities that are good in Super Battle Road as well, because they're always going to be doing these individual difficult stages for a lot of different, like, super, like, categories and stuff like that, right? So it's like, this Kid BUU BABIDI Absorb, I think, is going to be really helpful. 3 million right there, okay. Remember, we're getting support from BUU Piccolo. I guess, yeah, BUU Piccolo is giving 50% support on this rotation. But I could see this Kid BUU BABIDI Absorb being a very good Super Battle Road option for, you know, like an Artificial Lifeform Extreme Super Battle Road, you know, Dragon Ball Hero Super Battle Road, Crossover Super Battle Road, Power Absorption. Like, all of these teams, I think he could be really, really helpful on in a potential Super Battle Road stage in the future. Alright, guys, let's get a couple more rotations with BUU Kid BABIDI here. I definitely do want to go, I think, into a harder stage, and let's see, like, what his numbers are once we have fallen below 80% HP, right? So we'll see him with slightly higher defense, but then giving attack to the entire rotation. Now, one thing I think, you know, regardless of how I feel about his support and stuff like that, I do think that it is dumb. 3 million right there. Okay, yeah, I would much rather they take off some of that damage and just put it into his defensive ability. For sure. If he was even better defensively, I feel like that allows him to be a better overall unit. Like, this unit does not need to be doing a 3 million attack stat, Brad. No way. No way. We could shave 1 million off of that bad boy and then funnel it into, like, an extra 100k defense, and he'd be crazy. That would be so much better. Because, right, the point is, you want to use support units. Using support units is smart. It's helpful in a lot of difficult content. But it's just, you don't want, like, you know, these big hard hitters like Cell is, you know, doing triple 10 million attack stats, and he oftentimes is touching, like, 1 million defense. So Cell is, like, nowhere near a glass cannon, right? And then you get these support units, right, designed to help a character like Cell, but then the support unit is one that takes a bajillion damage. Like, Cell doing a triple 10 million attack stat, he's covering the damage for the team, right? You just need the other units to not get you killed, right? That's why, like, I would rather this BUU Kid BABIDI Absorb was just a little bit better in terms of his defensive ability. All right, so we got this same rotation right here again. Let's just do this, and then let's go. I'll go to, like, the GT Legendary Goku event or something like that, and we could sort of see what we're going to look like once our HP falls a little bit lower, right? If that's going to be a good or a bad thing, right? All right, let's see what we get right here. 3 million again. Okay, so a lot of just consistent 3 million attack stats. Sure. All right, guys. So I brought AGL Super Vegeta to take a little bit of damage for us. A little bit of an odd rotation we've got going on right here. Sure. Let's go ahead and see what BUU BABIDI looks like on this turn, though. Super Vegeta will definitely be able to take some big damage for us in a bit. So we have 2 links activated for the Kid BUU BABIDI Absorb. Nightmare and Shattering the Limit, right? We're getting Nightmare from the androids, and then we're getting Shattering the Limit from Super Vegeta. I believe Super Vegeta's support is only for AGL and STR, just off the top of my head, right? Again, I did not bring him for, like, the showcase here. I brought him specifically to take damage. That's why AGL Super Vegeta is here. It's to take damage for us. He buffs AGL, STR, and physical. Yeah, so he's not giving support to BUU Kid BABIDI. Alright, I just wanted to get that rotation because it was different, right? We didn't have, like, you know, another Majin Buu around or anything like that. I'm going to come back once we've taken damage and gotten under 80% HP for the rest of his passive. Alright, here we go. So we have a turn where we are low on HP here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're looking at right here. So he's up to 264k defense. That's definitely a lot better, right? Because now, I mean, we get the 50% from his super attack effect, and he's, I mean, pushing 350k, right? Like, at least. So he's looking pretty solid. When health is low, I mean, that is when you would need it, right? You are going to have a lot of bosses in this game still take you from 100% HP to 0% HP, but it's not like this is horrible right here. One other thing, I don't know if I mentioned it, but remember that this unit does recover 8% HP at the end of turn as well. So if you pair that with Metamorphosis, right, which is going to be HP recover as well. So like going into this turn, we healed quite a bit from Metamorphosis up with Buu Piccolo, and then also, of course, his just 8% HP regen at the start of turn. So this is a really strong turn right here. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Remember that we have more defense but less attack for Kid BUU BABIDI Absorbed on this turn. And let's go ahead and see the numbers that we are going to get here. So, alright, what are we going to get? Alright, 2.11 for Buu Piccolo. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Buu Piccolo is at the point where he's aging, for sure, right? Like, it's been years now since that unit has come out. Let's see, so you're at 2.6, but again, your defense is looking much better. And on this rotation, he was giving key and attack support, right? So don't forget, with him giving the key, that's going to be very, very helpful. I usually don't like to run support units as much if they're not giving key, right? For sure. That's why I never liked, like, AGL West Kai, for example, right? Because it's like a lot of times she's just going to be missing super attacks. And then, you know, she's not giving the key support to the entire rotation, which can be very bad, right? Like, I again, I'm just not really a fan of running those types. Actually, that was a mistake. We healed up a little bit too much right there. We're actually above 80% HP now. And then the next turn is going to start, and we're going to heal up even more, right? Okay, but here was the Kid BUU BABIDI Absorbed. I think he is a fairly competent unit, though. Not the best ever, but I think there's going to be a lot of usage that you can get out of this guy, especially when you consider how limited some of his teams are, right? Like, you don't have a million options to run on some of these teams, right? Like, crossover, artificial life form, Majin Power. Like, this guy is, you know, one of the better options you're going to get in these stages. Let me just put him in slot 1 right here. So we're at 200k just on this turn, huh? Remember, he's getting 50%. I don't think... He might not even take damage from this Goku's normals at the start right here, would he? Let me see. How much damage is Goku? Oh, Goku's going to super. That's going to lower his defense. Damn it. All right. Fine. Fine. I think we probably are at double digits after supering, though. Probably. Yeah. Even with his defense debuffed right there. Well, I guess it's... whatever, man. Sure. It's fine, because we're going to get a lot of HP recovery, right, for the rest of the event. We're going to be healing like crazy. All Alright, guys, this is Savage and Sly Majin. BUU Kid, you know, Babidi. It's such a weird name. BUU, parentheses, like kid, then Babidi. Just, you know, Kid BUU Babidi absorbed, essentially, right? It's a very weird name. Leader skill is Int type key 3 and 100% of stats. His super attack is the Demon Eye, which greatly raises defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage to the enemy, and then gives you a high chance to stun the enemy. It's a 50% chance. Pretty good, right? Always helpful when characters can help beat Super Battle Road stages in that fashion. His passive skill, Expanding Magic, gives him 120% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets 100% attack and all allies 50% defense if HP is 81% or more. Then he gets an extra 100% defense, and all allies get 3 key and 50% attack when HP is 80% or less. And then finally he recovers or regens 8% HP. So, you know, the major thing I do wish is that he gave key on both portions of his support. I think they could have just made him a 3 key, 50% attack and defensive support unit at, like, base myself, though, like, for sure. Especially with, like, 7th anniversary Power Creep coming up only 2 months after this guy came out. Like, come on. His links are Majin, Brutal Beatdown, Master of Magic, More Than Meets the Eye, Metamorphosis, Nightmare, and then Shattering the Limit. 12 key multiplier is 135%. In terms of EZs, he could help you out. And, oh, there's the Tech Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku EZA. That would be pretty good. And then, of course, maybe like the Tech Android 16 and SCR Android 21 EZA also. And then actually the Dragon Ball Heroes one, because I think stage 30 and beyond is Super Saiyan 3 Tech Gotenks, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So, yeah, he would be useful in that one for sure. And then finally, our boy has a couple of category teams. This is what helps this guy a lot, is the lower level teams he's on for the most part. He's on Transformation Boost right here. This is going to be an interesting team eventually, right? I feel like giving this the 170, and then I don't know what the extra 30%, but this would be a great 170 for a 200% lead Transformation Boost. Then he's also over here on the Artificial Lifeform team. Any help we can get for this team, we will definitely take. Then he's also over here on the Dragon Ball Heroes category. He's definitely going to be a solid help on this team. Then over here, he is on the Majin Power category team, which is just so small and so limited that he is a great asset over here as well. Then he's also on Power Absorption, which gets him placed on Cell's new team. So, you know, he could definitely be helpful on Power Absorption. And then finally, he is on the Crossover category team. So, let me know what you guys think of this Kid BUU Babidi Absorbed and his EZA. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.